Yeah, welcome to EBCV TV. Get ready and listen. Dun, 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 dun. Every time I look in the mirror, and these lines are getting clearer. The past is gone. In a way, everybody's got to do and like to pay. I know nobody knows every kind of where it goes. Yeah, are you ready for a good time? Hope you can hear me. Have my lines in books, written pages, writing line rumbles and the sages. You know it's true. All the feelings and then to me. Sing with me, sing for the years, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me till the end of the day, and on the day. Yeah. Are you ready to start the show? Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, and sing for the tear. Sing with me, it's not today, name the one, the gun on taking away. Come on, let's sing it, let's sing in the key. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true. Here we go. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. Dream on! Dream on! Dream on! Sing with me, sing with the year, sing for the tail, sing with me, just not today, and no one, no taking away, sing with the year. Yeah, and that was Dream On by Aerosmith, and I also sung a cover of my own, you know. I mean, not for Spotify, I mean, I was just singing along with Aerosmith, you know. Yeah, Aerosmith. I wonder why they're called Aerosmith. Is it like, because the guitars and, an arrow, and then they're like a blacksmith? Is that what it's like? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, hello there. I'm BRC. Can't you tell? Can't you see? And even hold on. Hold on a minute. You know what I think, people? I think it's very interesting that, you know, that that people want to put me in jail. How about this? How about you put them in jail? How about you put the person that's trying to put me in fucking jail, and hopefully they get fucking raped instead of me. Even though I'm pretty sure they would damn well like it more. Get raped. Get ass fucked. Or else. You know what? I'm not taking that back. You can fuck that shit right now, even after singing Aerosmith. So, I'm not taking that back. You can fuck that shit right now. You know what I think, people? That's interesting. One of my friends says, why does every FBI director gotta look like the shadiest person? Like, hey, you know, the one with the real shifty eyes, let's pick him. That's interesting. But I guess that happens. You know what? I got the good news. Not this, though. That's bad news. The good news is I don't have to follow the FCC on here. So fuck you. Now, I do have to worry about other stuff. And also, yeah, Trump may suggest FCC could revoke licenses on TV. Well, guess what? They're not TV. So fuck you. And fuck your whole family. Even though I'm pretty sure he would like that. But still, fuck him. Fuck him so hard that he feels it. And also, Trump is gay. Secretly gay. But he says other stuff, so I wouldn't call him totally gay. But he is secretly gay. How do I know? I don't, but from what I've heard, he fucks boys, apparently. Apparently. I'm not saying, I'm pretty sure he does, but you know, he's gay. That fucking pansy. Yeah, it is funny that you're on top of my friend message list. Yeah, that is weird. Oh, hello there, Wesley. How you doing? Let's see here. Mountain State Brawl comes to Huntington. Well, here's what I gotta say about that. It's still no better. It's still. I'm trying to think how to word this. It's still good to have events like that, but wrestling's better. Hate to say it. Because in pro wrestling, there's drama too, but also there's sport. And for those who are saying that sports entertainment, you may be right, it may be sports entertainment, but guess what? It's a sport, and You know, of course, it's fun to watch. It's more fun to watch than what was oh yeah, boxing. Oh, it's cutting in and out. Huh, that's weird. You know what? This better. I mean, I can't control this microphone. Hopefully, it's not cutting in and out still. What? This better. Anyway, yeah, there's also a sound to it, but I think that's something else. I'm trying a different microphone this time because the other microphone you could barely hear the video and you could barely hear my voice. You know, when I would play it, you know. Anyway, I want. Well, yeah, we'll talk about Monopoly back at McDonald's. Yeah, it may be back at McDonald's, but the weirdest thing is. The weird thing is the last time, or the last few times, well, okay, one time through, I guess 1997 to 2004, it was rigged, Wesley. Would you believe it? It was rigged. I mean, yeah, I am too, but the problem is last time I heard it a long time ago, it was rigged. Yeah, I'm interested in Monopoly at McDonald's. I do want to win the prizes, but the problem is they're going to probably rig it again. Maybe, sort of. Who the hell knows? But here's the other thing. I want to play fair. I don't want to rig this goddamn game. I want to play fair. But then that means probably ordering a lot of goddamn McDonald's, you know. Hopefully I win something big. I know where you're going with the rigged Monopoly at McDonald's. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not. Where am I going with this? Are the mcmillions or what? I don't know. Or it should be. It will be epic. Yeah, it better be because that's how I'm trying to I think that's how they're not gonna rig. Well, okay, they can still kind of rig it, but at least they can't rig it if it's well, okay. They can try, but I don't think they're gonna rig it for the app because they got better security, unlike the pull tabs, you know. But it's interesting. Hey, Wesley. Yeah, you know, I was trying to, you know, get another settlement money over social media, but then I fell asleep during signing the forms last night. You know, I fell asleep while trying to do. Oh, and I got some of my teeth out. My wisdom teeth, that is. Good, finally. The good news is that happened. The bad news is I don't know what the bad news is, to be honest. It would make more sense if they do. Yeah, it would make more sense if they do for the app now these days. So let's see if you can hear this one video coming up. Hold on, man. Let me find it real quick. Now I'm gonna let you well, I don't want to choose this one. Okay, maybe I do, but it's weird that they have a George H.W. Bush library, but still, I guess that can happen too. I gotta go to a different library, but if we're being honest, let's watch this. Let's see about this. Looks like they're in West Virginia, but it turns out They're in the Narrows of Halifax. They're in Canada. But I swear some of these architecture styles look like they are in West Virginia. Can you hear the video fine? I swear some.
Yes, my nephew has brought me to a place I've never been before. You've been here a few times?
Yeah, it's called the Narrows Public House.
Yeah.
It is a heritage site here in Halifax. Very old building.
Yeah, very cool old building. You know, wonderful looking lunch menu. I think I'm gonna go for the fish and chips. I'm eyeing the burger. I know you guys love it when I get burgers, but go for a little something different. I think I can get the fish and chips.
Yeah, like that's like it's all fish and chips. So I'm gonna get that as well. Cheers.
Oh yeah. You know how to say cheers? Oh, you know the got by. Oh yeah. I was gonna quiz you. I know you remember how to start the meal, but here we go.
The hook jacket. That's what the poppin' was.
Can I have the fish and chips? It's good, right? That's excellent. Okay, thanks.
Halifax.
I'll do a cup of the cream. All of the croquettes you mentioned also sound fantastic. And we'll do a side of the brown bread. Thank you. I do know the restaurant's only a couple years old, but the building itself has been a restaurant, and there are rooms upstairs that you can rent as well.
Okay, so you can stay here.
Yeah.
Town. It's right across from the Naval Museum.
Yes, yeah, there's a Naval Museum. Very popular stop for people who come here to Halifax. It's also by St. Brendan's Chapel, which is just, a regular church. Yeah, it's
a lot of history in this area.
Yeah, some people just like to come check the boxes that they've seen the name. There's some very old cannons out there that you can touch and play around on. They're fun.
I saw the tour bus stop out front. That's why I was wondering what is this place? From the outside, this building, it's like a residential neighborhood. Like it looks like it's a really old, big building. I don't know. I wouldn't say mansion, but it's just a huge, big old building.
Well, yeah, it's a public house, so people will come here and they have a drink and they hang out, and this is where you could be. That's not in your house, not in your essentially one-bedroom room.
Right.
And communicate, share ideas, and play with it, essentially.
That is massive.
Look at the flaky salt on the top. Wow.
It's like a shark or a whale. I don't know. It's huge. Looks incredible. Thanks a lot.
Can I actually get the thank you.
This looks amazing. Let me get some close-up shots of this stuff. So, those are the croquettes.
Yep.
Kind of look like it.
Go for it, taco guy. Don't be shy. I love black pepper. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Some soup. We got some toast or bread.
Yeah, it's just brown bread. They make it in-house, and they've got like nice salted butter with the crispy salt mixed in, so you get a little crunch.
Awesome. But check out the size of this fish. Holy smokes. That is massive. This looks so incredible.
I need a picture for my own Instagram.
Thank you. Reminding me to take a photo of this stuff.
Gotta get that fish and chips because that is amazing.
That is incredible, man. Got some malt vinegar here, some ketchup, there's some mayo or something, coleslaw.
I can't believe you went with the malt vinegar. What type of Canadian are you? What? It's white vinegar.
You like the white?
I thought that was the plastic. For the Maritimes? I don't know. Actually, I'm just saying what I prefer.
You have a point, because in general, Canadians like vinegar. Like if you go to McDonald's, you can get packets of ketchup, and you can also get vinegar to put on your fries. But I think for fish and chips, we could go either way, obviously, but malt vinegar is the way to go, I think. Yeah, let me get a shot of these croquettes here.
Thanks, sir. You can tell this bread was made fresh today. They just cut it because it hadn't completely cooled.
Looks awesome. Easy. So how do I eat this?
Yeah, that's a good question. There are four guys.
One over there? Okay, this is mine.
Oh, shoot.
What? Documents?
Eat the documents. I was so excited about the bread.
Go for it, man. Go for it. Just getting ready here to feast on this massive fish. Yeah, we went fishing the other day.
Yeah, 3 or 4 days ago, right?
This is bigger than any of the fish we caught.
They were full-size mackerels, but that was, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know. Are you malts or are you team white vinegar?
White vinegar.
Yeah.
Thank you for not putting it all over and just like on one side so it stays crispy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's also some lemon here, which I'm gonna try. Go drip. There we go. Like I said, I was tempted to go for the burger because, you know, that's what the channel, we do a lot of burgers.
We had burgers last night for dinner.
We did.
I had some family over. My apartment complex was doing a food truck event, meet your neighbors type of thing in the parking lot. It was a good time, but they gave us free burger fries.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, maybe
Yeah.
invite my family over for this.
That was incredible because it was like a legit burger truck as well. Because there's a restaurant in town called Cheese Curds that does gourmet burgers, and it was a truck from that restaurant. You could dress it yourself how you want it. I put like pickles and hot peppers on it. And then we had leftover donairs, so I added some donair meat and some sauce to it. It was really good. It was really, really good.
Fantastic surprise, you know? They're
Yeah.
like, oh wait. They were just like, hey, tomorrow we're hosting this event. We'll see you guys there. It's like, all right.
Yeah, that was amazing that your landlord would do that for everyone in the building. Everyone was lined up to get the free food, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone's
like-
going to show up.
There was a line for an hour.
Yeah,
People
really
just
good.
kept coming. I'm sure you could see it from the parking lot and the balcony, so people were sitting there waiting until the line walked down.
Yeah,
Yep.
free food. But that's why I'm going for fish and chips today. But this just looks incredible. So crispy. $24 for this massive whale of a fish.
I mean, it's honestly a spectacle at that point.
Huge.
Artificial medicines. Fantastic. Thank you
This
so
is
much.
massive. Amazing.
Just a small piece of fish.
It's a small piece of fish. Yeah. I think I heard about it in the book called Moby Dick.
I enjoy taking my own food everywhere around town because we get treated like a tourist everywhere we go. Because we are. So I did look it up. This building was built in 1896
Okay.
and has been acting as a public house and essentially a bed and breakfast, a place to rent a room. Since then, it's changed owners and names a couple times. We also had a private owner at one point. But here we are, enjoying a fantastic meal in 2025.
And the rates aren't too bad.
No,
It's like $100 a night.
no, a little more. Like, you know, by the time
Depends on the weekend or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, we were looking at a weekday. And that was for a room with a queen that had a kitchenette and a cool little traditional Canadian board game. Would you say, or tabletop game? Is that what you call it, Paul?
You'd probably call it a board game. You guys know Crokinole? It's a classic. It's a classic. It's like a round shuffleboard kind of game. Classic Canadian game.
We'll have to add a reference photo because there's no way to describe it properly.
If you know it, you know it. If you played it, you probably enjoyed it, I would say. So how are the croquettes and the soup?
You know what? The croquettes are fantastic. They're probably quite a bit bigger than the croquettes you'll get in Japan because these are not one-bite croquettes. You cannot pick these up with a chopstick and eat them reasonably.
Well, Japanese croquettes are more like
Okay.
Okay.
So you cut them and take a piece at a time.
That makes much more sense. These are just big round balls requiring a fork and knife to cut through.
Right.
The croquettes, honestly, are kind of the weak part of today's meal.
Oh no.
However, they're still incredibly tasty. The brown bread is always fantastic. I get it every time I come here. But the creamed cabbage soup stole the show.
Awesome. Soup of the day.
Yeah, sometimes, like most of the time when a place has specials that actually change on a daily basis, it's the best thing to get.
Let me know if you want to cut off a piece of fish or anything. If you want to try it or whatever.
Yeah, I'm quite alright, honestly.
Yeah.
That just looks a little overwhelming for me. And
Okay.
also,
Fair
I
enough.
have this big brown food to work through, and you got that big brown food to work through.
Okay, fair enough. When I was in high school, I worked at a pizza place and we had fish and chips on the menu, among other
I
things.
had a pizza place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess in Michigan we've got pasta and lasagna at some pizza places, right?
It was my first time ever making fish and chips. So I had to mix up the batter, I had to dip the fish in it and all this stuff. And it came out like, nice and puffy. It looked amazing. I thought, wow, this is an incredible piece of fish. It's the best fish these people have ever ordered. After they delivered it, we got a call. They wanted to return it because what I thought was an amazing, nice battered fish, they're like, too much batter, not enough fish. I'm like, dang, I did my best.
I mean, some people use hand please, right? Like,
No,
I do understand that, though. You know,
I
like,
understand.
the batter, it gets too thick.
Maybe. It was nice and fluffy and everything, but maybe what I thought as an accomplishment of making my first fish and chips and it looked great, they thought it made the fish look smaller. You know?
Yeah, it is, you know, maybe deceitful if it's unintentionally.
Like when you swim in a cold swimming pool, you know? Things shrink.
Definitely before the time where you can just go online and look up food reviews, right? Photos.
Yeah. Okay, guys. This was an incredible meal. I'm still working on it.
As it's gone, they cleared my plate already.
But I'm really enjoying it. I can't recommend enough to come check out this place. Historical and just delicious. Oh, that's how good it was. I just want to say thanks to my nephew for introducing this place to me. Thanks you guys for watching. Thanks to the good folks at Propeller for the awesome review. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Don't forget to thumb up this video, ring that dinner bell. See you guys in the next one.
There we're from construction. We're talking about CC's and Pizza Hut. We're talking McDonald's, KFC, fast food. In the 1980s, at the height of the fast food wars, someone had the brilliant idea to introduce the all-you-can-eat model to fast food restaurants. We're not just talking about CC's and Pizza Hut. We're talking McDonald's, KFC, and even Taco Bell. But in 2025, fast food buffets have been wiped almost entirely from the face of the earth. So before they're gone forever, I knew I had to find one for myself and experience it in person. Ever since I went to the last remaining Taco Hut, my inbox has been filled with posts and videos from people that claim to be at the last KFC buffet or the last Pizza Hut buffet. In 2020, Eater even called fast food buffets a thing of the past. And while they're definitely getting harder and harder to find, those attention-grabbing titles are actually full. A quick Google search will tell you that fortunately there are still a handful of each remaining. One thing that's super interesting to me is that there are no official lists from the restaurants, at least not ones that are publicly available. Instead, fans of these restaurants have taken it upon themselves to compile lists of the remaining locations. And for KFC specifically, those fans are part of a Facebook group called KFC Buffet Aficionados.
Yeah.
On the surface, groups like this might seem whimsical or silly, but they've actually become a really effective way to crowdsource information about rare fast food restaurants in the absence of data from the companies themselves. Stephen Wayne, who's an admin, group expert, and all-star contributor, said that he's aware of approximately 200 past and present KFC buffets. So if you consider their total number of locations, that means roughly 1 in 20 or 5% of KFCs that had a buffet at one time. In 2025, however, that figure is just a fraction of 1%. Before I visit one in person to see it in all its glory, I think it's important to understand why they became so rare. So as I mentioned, KFC is the only fast food restaurant to have ventured into the realm of the all-you-can-eat model. For a roughly 10-year span starting in the late 80s, Wendy's had something called the Super Bar, which featured salad, pasta, and a section called the Mexican Fiesta. There are at least a few documented instances of McDonald's locations that had breakfast buffets, which apparently served scrambled eggs, pancakes, hash browns, and bacon or sausage. Taco Bell's foray into all-you-can-eat wasn't exactly widespread or even in the buffet format, but several sources have confirmed the existence of an all-you-can-eat location on the campus of Johns Hopkins University around 2001. There was even a Popeyes buffet in Lafayette, Louisiana as recently as 2021. Sadly, each of those restaurants has since abandoned the all-you-can-eat model, and the only remaining vestiges of the fast food buffet era are Pizza Hut, which is rare but not unheard of, and KFC, which I would describe as critically endangered. And if you're anything like me, you might mourn the fact that fast food buffets could soon go totally From what I've researched, it seems that their disappearance resulted from a confluence of several different factors, which is true for most major world events throughout history. For one, some authors cite a shift in consumer behavior in the 80s and 90s as people pushed for healthier options. That push resulted in the expansion of salad offerings on menus and the addition of items like grilled chicken sandwiches. People wanted the taste and convenience of fast food without the negative health implications. And honestly, I get it. Like, if you've seen my videos, you know that I like to treat myself, but sometimes I wish there were more options that were high quality, convenient, and still tasted good. It's pretty hard to get all three, and that's why I'm thankful to partner with Magic Spoon,
Yeah.
sponsor of this episode. Magic Spoon is actually
Magic Spoon.
and I've been a fan
Probably
of
horrible,
reached out to me about
but
sponsoring
still.
because they've somehow managed to
And I heard it's expensive too.
but with grown-up ingredients. Check this out. Their cereals have 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 to 5 net grams of carbs in each serving, so you can feel good about what you're eating. I'm all about childhood nostalgia here on this channel, so this is right up my alley. They have a ton of different flavors. My favorite is chocolate cocoa, but they also have fruity, frosted, peanut butter, and other flavors like honey and cinnamon toast. Between the cereals and the treats, Magic Spoon has over 16 flavors to choose from. And it can fit a variety of lifestyles and dietary needs because not only is it high protein and low sugar, but it's also gluten-free, which is crazy. That just sounds too good to be true. So if you want to give Magic Spoon a try, you can
It probably is.
to try Magic Spoon cereal or treats today and get $5 off. You can also find Magic Spoon on Amazon or at your nearest grocery store. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee online. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund you your money, no questions asked. So you can click that link in the description to go to magicspoon.com/Ew, spelled REID, or you can scan this QR code to get $5 off. Okay, in addition to the shifts towards healthier options, the available data shows that the growth of the number of KFC locations stalled in the 90s and early 2000s. So eliminating the buffets may have been a way just to cut costs. And throughout those decades, there was an industry-wide shift away from dine-in business and towards the drive-thru. The late 80s, for example, was when McDonald's drive-thru business exceeded their dine-in business for the first time. And by 2003, drive-thru customers accounted for about 2/3 of McDonald's revenue. As that trend continued, some dine-in spaces were deprioritized in the remodels and new builds of the 2000s and 2010s. And if any buffets somehow managed to weather all of those storms, the self-serve format was decimated by COVID in 2020. Fast forward to today, and against all odds, there are still 18 known surviving KFC buffets in North America. And those locations have been meticulously documented by the KFC Buffet Aficionado Facebook group in both spreadsheet and map form. For the most part, they're sprinkled throughout the southeast United States, but there's also randomly one in Saskatchewan, Canada. I'd seen a couple articles that mentioned one in Waynesboro, Virginia, which is only about 30 minutes from me, but Google reviews are showing that the buffet closed a few years ago at that location. I also thought I discovered one a little farther away in Tazewell, Virginia at a rare combo KFC Pizza Hut, but I called them and discovered that they too have stopped doing the buffet. Can you imagine though, all you can eat KFC and Pizza Hut under the same roof?
Ew.
I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. So that meant that the closest one to me was in Dunn, North Carolina. About a 4.5-hour drive.
Ew.
I was happy to make to get to
Wait, what?
a piece of history before it's gone. It may have been a 4.5-hour drive for me, but it was only a 45-minute drive for my friend Preston. Some of you may remember Preston, but if you're new here, Preston and I have known each other since 2015. Just a few years ago, he and I were racing to see who could get to 1,000 subscribers first. And last summer, he and I also walked across America's least walkable city. As you can tell, the exterior of the restaurant has been updated, so the only indication of a buffet is this small part of the sign right above the letterboard. No price, no details, but at least we knew we were in the right place. So we got ready to go inside. Pickle time? Oh, pickle time. Cheers. Cheers. Delicious. Once we went in, we found that the inside looked fairly updated as well. The only noticeable difference between this and any other KFC was the glass buffet shield that extended across the counter to the left of the cash register. But as far as I could tell, the buffet wasn't listed anywhere on the menu or on any signage. So we asked for 2 adult buffets, and the price came out to be $13.90 a piece, and that does include a drink. It's not the cheapest buffet in the world, but keep in mind that an 8-piece bucket of chicken currently costs $22.19. Our goal while we were there wasn't to eat until we felt sick, but for fun I am going to try to estimate the price of all the food we ate at the end, as if we would have ordered it a la carte, and just see how it compares to the cost of the buffet. After we paid, they handed us cafeteria-style trays with 2 styrofoam plates, a cup, and his sport. Then after finding a seat, we went back up to scope out our options. My understanding is that the offerings at KFC buffets might differ slightly from location to location, but at the one in Dunn, North Carolina, they had the classics that you'd find on the normal KFC menu, like fried chicken, biscuits, coleslaw, mashed potatoes and gravy, and sweet corn. Then also a ton of things that aren't typically on the KFC menu, including grilled bone-in chicken, which I'll get to in just a second, loose pickles, pickled jalapenos, black-eyed peas, collard greens, lima beans, rice, green beans. We thought this was grits at first glance, but it turns out it was chicken and rice, baked beans, fried okra, and desserts like cobbler, pudding, and jello. And then also fried chicken gizzards and the liver. And at this location, you can actually get both the livers and the gizzards by the box. If you don't know, a gizzard is part of the chicken's digestive tract that kind of grinds up food because they don't have teeth. I believe alligators actually also have gizzards. Go figure. And just so you can know what to expect if you ever go to one of these, there are also some current KFC menu items that were not on the buffet, such as the nuggets and tenders, sandwiches, mac and cheese, fries, and the new potato wedges, and a handful of other things that I honestly didn't even know KFC served, but for the sake of comparison, here they are. As we were scoping out what the buffet had to offer, we met a new friend named Austin.
I can tell that was you. I'm Sam. Nice to meet you. What's your name? I'm Austin. I'm watching.
Yeah, it's all heads there.
No way. Well, yeah, we're excited to try the buffet. You come to this one a lot? Yeah. I'm pretty stoked on it.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
What's the steak?
That comes.
Okay. For real?
Yeah, you can eat that cover. Also that
That's what
chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. Oh, got it.
you could figure that out too.
Yeah, great. What's up? Nice.
By the way, the restaurant was pretty busy. I would say the majority of people we saw during our time there were from construction crews that were in there during their lunch break. After some slight confusion about which way we should be going on the buffet,
Side dishes.
I think we might have gone backwards. We finished loading up our plates for round one.
Pickles?
Oh, I actually would like a couple pickles.
It's right there on top? Yeah, thanks.
Preston got 2 pieces of fried chicken, chicken and rice, mashed potatoes and gravy, pickles, and cobbler. I got 1 piece of fried chicken, a biscuit, fried okra, corn, pickled jalapeno, pickles, chicken and rice, beans. There weren't any condiments out on the buffet, so I went up to the counter and asked for honey for the biscuit and hot sauce for the chicken. We also both got Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning, which if you don't know is the signature Mountain Dew flavor for KFC. It's kind of like the Baja Blast of the chicken world, if you will. It had been a while since I'd had Sweet Lightning, but I think this one must have been pretty heavy on the syrup because it felt like the most brightly colored soda I've ever seen, just like a radioactive orange. I would say that the quality of the chicken was on par with what you would get in a bucket. It seems to be getting replenished frequently enough that it didn't taste like it had been sitting there for a long time under a heat lamp or anything like that. The biscuit was surprisingly soft, especially compared to the ones that they were serving at the Golden Corral I went to earlier this summer. I liked the fried okra, Preston enjoyed the mashed potatoes and gravy, but what really stood out to us was the quality of the chicken and rice. It turns out Austin was spot on with his recommendation.
The chicken rice is really well. Yeah, that's cool.
We made light work of those plates and went up for round 2. For those who are curious, you do need to get a new plate each trip to the buffet.
We need to figure out who made the chicken and rice. I don't know. It's so good. I've never seen this. You grill?
Is that always the menu?
No, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen chicken and KFC.
Preston kept calling this round his sampler plate, and it included jello, vanilla pudding, chocolate pudding, coleslaw, pickled jalapeno, black-eyed peas, collard greens, green beans, baked beans, fried okra, and a fried chicken wing. My plate for round 2 featured a grilled chicken thigh, coleslaw, mashed potatoes and gravy, more fried okra, and collard greens. Now for the grilled chicken, I guess I would just describe it as the exact same chicken that you're getting in the fried chicken, just minus the breading. I'm glad I got to try it, but it wasn't something that I felt like I was missing out on at typical KFCs. And once again, the sides were all pretty good. Nothing mind-blowing, but they got the job done. After that, we decided to go back up for 1 more plate before moving on to dessert. A couple more pickles? Yeah.
Who made the chicken and rice? It was so good. Well, if you see her, tell her thank you. Oh, Miss Monica. We love the chicken and rice. It's always delicious. It's so good.
To be honest with you, I don't know if the gizzards and liver weren't on the buffet earlier, or if we just didn't see them up until this point, but we were pumped to try them and got clarification about which was which. It's kind of hard to tell when they're both covered in fried batter.
Liver gizzards. Liver gizzards.
Preston did his best to recreate create a KFC famous bowl. So he got an absurd amount of mashed potatoes, gravy, a chicken drumstick, corn, and a chicken gizzard on the side. My final plate included some chicken gizzards, more chicken and rice, chicken liver, pickles, green beans, another fried drumstick, and more fried okra. I'd say the gizzards and liver weren't bad. I liked it a lot more than I liked eating a chicken heart at the Shady Maple Smorgasbord, but some of that might have been because this one was breaded and fried. I'd say in general it had a pretty tough and chewy texture and like a really salty taste. And I think between the gizzards and the liver, I actually liked the liver better. Maybe not something I'd go out of my way to find, but once again, glad I got the chance to eat it while I was there. And then finally, once we finished those plates, we went back through one more time for dessert. Although Preston had been sampling desserts kind of throughout the whole meal.
You know, I haven't tried it as pickles. The gobbler.
As we were heading back to our seats, we noticed the gentleman standing by the booth next to us who had an old-timey revolver on his hip and a very small dog in his hands. Alright, for our grand finale, Preston got cobbler and vanilla pudding, and I got jello, cobbler, chocolate pudding, and vanilla pudding. The jello was super sweet. Our theory was cherry flavored, and I was especially excited to try the cobbler because Austin was batting 1,000 on his recommendations so far.
That gobbler. Okay, real cobbler.
Yeah, I think you got cobbler. Also that,
He was right. It was phenomenal. I would say that it lived up to the hype and then some. I'll tell you the grand total for the food that we ate in just a second, but I just want to say for me personally, this was a far superior experience to my visit to a Golden Corral about a month ago.
The buffet's magical.
Yep.
Staff is incredible.
Yep.
Sweet lighting's incredible.
Yeah.
It's actually the worst flavor.
Yeah, that's what. I will say that we are going through like a ton of napkins, right? Like it's like fingers are kind of perpetually greasy, which is it's like what you see waiters say.
Yeah. I bring the family back.
We heard the staff greet every single customer as soon as they came through the door, and everyone was just super attentive the whole time, both to the buffet and to patrons. Like our first time through, Preston accidentally made a little bit of a mess with the gravy, but they were so quick to clean it up. And in general, people were just so warm and kind to us.
I am glad you guys did. No way to come back.
This is one of the best days of our life.
I'm a big one of this chicken and rice forever.
I know that's right, baby.
And then get this, their health rating was an A. They got a 94.0, which in my experience is unheard of for buffets. I also want to say that it was so fun to just get some uninterrupted time with Preston. I feel like Preston's one of those friends that I only get to see once or twice per year, but when we're together, we can pick up right where we left off. And lately, I've been trying to waste less time on my phone and be more present with the people in front of me, so this was a huge gift. Alright, so for the grand total, the asterisk here is that it's a little bit tricky to get a precise number since not everything on the buffet is on the official KFC menu.
I want to say we're over the $50 mark. Like I want to say we're like touching 60, 65.
After doing my best to use comparable sides and desserts as reference points, my estimate for how much we would have spent if we ordered all this food a la carte is $96.96.
And I had probably $20 for mashed potatoes alone.
So compared to the $28 we paid for the two of us, yeah, I mean, I'd say this is a pretty incredible deal.
And the gizzards were just cherries on top.
Yeah, the gizzards, the liver. And as for the future of fast food buffets, there are whispers on that Facebook page that a couple KFC locations are trying to start their buffet back up, which could be a good sign. There was also this headline circulating recently about a McDonald's buffet launching soon, but this is an AI-generated picture posted by a satire site in Branson, Missouri. So something tells me not a super reliable source. I mentioned earlier that I get a lot of messages from people who claim to have the very last Pizza Hut buffet in their town. And rather than these being relics of the past, my understanding is that Pizza Hut is actually redecorating locations that still have that iconic roof line, putting these lamps back in and labeling them Pizza Hut Classic. And from my research, there are at least 83 locations currently operating as Pizza Hut Classic. Although not all Pizza Hut Classics have buffets, and not all Pizza Hut buffets have the retro decor. But let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing an exploration of those at some point in the future. I'll be back in a couple weeks with the long-awaited return of my quest for the best wings in the United States of America. But until then, just remember that even when it doesn't feel like it, it's going to be okay. I'll see you soon.
Hello there, I'm back. Had to take another shit. Yeah, take another shit. How about this? How about I don't go to jail and I'll take a shit there? You, you fucker. That's not what I originally wanted to say, but you know, I can't say the other word till I make that pass. The gay F word pass. I really don't care at this point, you know. If I make a pass, then you know what? I'm gonna use that pass to my advantage. Doesn't matter what word it is, but I will call you a pansy. I will call you I'll call you every word, derogatory term word that's in the dictionary or in the Bible. Sorry, I'm trying to find something else.
Welcome back to another episode of Traction Across America. I'm in Buffalo, New York at Louis, baby. Two working with here. I got one scummer dog, and I also got these scummer fries. That'll just be like part of the grill, right? Are we working with a fresh wiener here? That meat sauce on there is everything, man. It's a little zesty. You got the mustard action going on. The hot dog itself is fine. I believe it's a Salem. It does taste like a Salem's dog. I'm calling it scummer sauce. It's really just like a meat sauce. It's like a Greek-style meat sauce. The same type of sauce as they have at the American Coney Island and the Lafayette Coney Island, the big one up in Detroit. I'll go 7 flat out of 10. Next up here, we have the scummer fries with the cheese sauce as well. Ooh, the saltiness from that cheese sauce complements that meaty essence that I'm getting from that meat sauce, man. I like the fries better than the dog. They have a nice little crisp on them too. Cheesy, meaty, salty, crispy. 7.7 out of 10. Welcome back to another episode of Traction Across America. I'm in Buffalo, New York at Louis.
There were from So I just found out that a lot of people hate restaurants that are cash only. For some reason, if a place doesn't take card, it's automatically deemed zitchy, inconvenient, and just not worth the trouble.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me because some of the best meals I've ever had have come from cash only spots. Something about them just feels more authentic, the food hits different, and most of the time, it's actually cheaper. So what you're about to see is me putting this theory to the test, eating at restaurants that are strictly just so I can prove that skipping out on them might be one of the dumbest mistakes you can make. I think this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
In New York, and that little hole in the wall behind me is Cash-Only Restaurant's #1. It's called the Bonbonniere. It's been around since the 1930s before credit cards even existed, and they've been cash-only the entire time. Apparently it's a staple spot for the
real quick here. I don't want to watch this whole video, so I'm gonna try to leave it at how many 54 seconds. Okay. I want to end the video on a good song. Real quick. It's called La Bamba. Let's see if it's on Spotify. Shit. There we go.